Hello, trading is closed on August 18th, 2022. Let's start with our disclaimer. As we always do, we'll go over our calls and make some predictions. Just remember, I'm busy most of this week and have spent less time in my analysis than I normally do. Please remember to follow all my rules. I had to block somebody yesterday. If you don't follow the rules, I will block you, and I won't warn you first. And remember, I can be completely wrong, and anyone trading on a prediction does so at his own risk. Okay, we look for the pattern with the early high. I'm calling this the pattern with the early high, but if this were the only day that we're analyzing, you couldn't really tell if it's really high or really low, but I think it's really high, and I think tomorrow should be the day with the really low. We have some lower targets. Early on, MEJT said this move was false, wouldn't stick, looked pretty strong, but we did retrace. In the afternoon, we got an ultimate buy and an ultimate sell. Normally that means the market can't make its mind up where it wants to go. The next hour we're still trading within the range of the reference bar. We've already satisfied the ultimate buy signal. We have an ultimate sell signal. And plus this move is called false. So we have targets 42, 72, 41, most likely to print tomorrow, and if we don't gap up smartly, that's my call. Ultimately, we should see 4271.88, but almost always you're going to get more than that minimum. It's a reminder of what we said. We said 2 days ago we had the possible end of the rally leg. If it weren't, this should have been invalidated quickly. Instead, we've been rallying, but attempting rallies for a day and a half, and haven't managed to clear anything of consequence. This rally couldn't take out any of these prior highs. This all-day rally closed under all the highs, so all this rally attempt didn't accomplish anything. What counts isn't today's close, but tomorrow's open. We gap up smartly. Doesn't mean much, but if we don't, I think we're going to see these lower targets, and I think the door's open for a lot more. Tomorrow's pattern has a really low. We could still gap up. Typically, it's a rally day with a high in the final hour. If it's weak instead, we should see more weakness, even if the rest of the day rallies. We have lower targets. Either we gap up smartly or I want us to trade lower. NASDAQ McClellan oscillator yesterday traded under its lower Bollinger Band. I don't know what happened today, but if it reversed back through it, would give a sell signal. The wave count and the timing are still compatible with a significant high being in place here. We already said this rally couldn't manage to hold on to the gains. That doesn't change by tomorrow's open. We should see lower prices. And so long as this week's high holds, the elements remain there for a very tradable decline. Not one of these wimpy ones, but a sizable one. So tomorrow has really low. The pattern's usually positive, but if there's strong early weakness, which hasn't happened yet, but if there's strong early weakness, it can be real trouble on the downside, and that's today's call.